Hi everybody, and welcome to Stew in Japan Entry 3. I'm now on to telling you all about my second week in Japan, starting on Monday the 8th of August, and this week was all about settling into Karatsu, as well as visiting each of the 5 schools that I'm to be working in. On Monday, I visited my first school called Kirigo, and I met many of the staff members and was shown around the school itself. After a long day of awkward nodding and smiling, it was time to go home, and I realised I had a lot of washing to do. Unfortunately, I had no idea how to use my super retro washing machine. Here's a question for you. How many foreigners does it take to operate a Japanese washing machine?
Okay, so first what you have to do is basically you have to take it off of this because this is to remove water from it.
Yeah. And then time, right? Is that it?
Okay, so say that again. So this one is the main...
That's your... This is ready, right? This is what he needs it on.
Yeah.
The answer is, I still don't know. After the washing machine squad left, I had a go at dropping my load and simply hoped for the best. As I had a bit of time to kill, I decided that my place needed a good tidying. Okay, Operation Tidy My House. My house needs some serious tidying. After a healthy spot of procrastination devoid of any tidying whatsoever, I went to check up on my washing. How's my washing doing? Old school. Turns out it was doing old school, whatever that means. My clothes had survived their first Japanese wash, and it was time for some drying action. I was actually quite delighted with the performance of the dryer, and also suitably entertained by the chattering teeth sound the dryer made. Dryer, initiate. After farting about with my washing for far too long, there was only one thing that I was in the mood for. All you can eat meat. So once again I find myself at a yakiniku, and the establishment itself was really such a nice place. It's such a nice place, isn't it?
Such a nice place, everyone's so kind.
A yakiniku always begins with a trip to the salad bar.
At the salad bar, at the salad bar.
Don't be fooled by the dreaded salad bar though, be wary. Science has proven that salad actually displaces room for meat in your stomach. After the salad bar, I was encouraged to try eating umeboshi, which is just a sour dried plum.
Okay.
Pickled plum kanpai. Kanpai!
How are you feeling? Stuart?
I wouldn't do it again. Ugh. After the yakiniku, it was time to get a taxi back, and the nearest taxi stop was near a pachinko place. It was at this point that my childlike bladder had forced me to brave the pachinko parlour in order to relieve myself. Pachinko is crazy loud Japanese gambling using metal balls and shit. I've never actually played it myself, so I can't tell you much about it, but what I do know is that it is loud.
Fucking Pachinko! This place is loud! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Then once I had completed the terrifying gauntlet of sound and gambling addicts, I was rewarded with the holy grail of all toilets.
Hole in the floor. Gonna win a hole. Gonna win a hole.
On Tuesday, I visited 2 more of my 5 schools, and in the evening decided to explore the Karatsu area. I had inherited a bike from a predecessor, but as of yet hadn't used it. Now was the perfect opportunity. I couldn't wait to get on that bike and ride into the sunset, the wind blowing through my luscious locks. Shit. Shit indeed. The tyre was flat. Looks like I'm walking. I had a slight bit of trouble simply because I couldn't decide which way I wanted to go. So, left or right? Right? Right. Since I was quite literally walking in random directions, I decided to film myself. Kind of like the modern man's breadcrumb trail through the forest, my intention was to be able to review which path I had taken if I got lost. Instead, I think I just freaked out the locals.
Okay, so I've just turned left to the Hanamai flower shop. Hey. Awkward.
Sadly, I ended up kind of knowing roughly where I was, which sort of ruined the idea of the random expedition.
Ah, I recognise this building. This building is the Liberty Culture Center, or in Japanese, Liberty Culture Center, is what it says at the top there. And if I remember rightly, oh, swings! Ooh!
I found an interesting looking shop and decided to set myself a challenge to see what I could buy with 1,000 yen, which is about £8 or $10. So I bought a big ass apple, some big ass bread, some jam to put on the big ass bread, some weird ass noodles, some white ass eggs, some fishy ass burger things, Pokemon meat, some actual meat, a Japanese sex toy, and some canned pineapple.
Okay, so that actually came to 1,200 yen, which means I failed. Yeah. Oh well. Supermarket trip. Fun.
Then it was time to find my way home.
Sorry about all this smoke, I just saved a child from a burning building. But I'm fine, the child's fine. It's all fine. I'm gonna go home now. Oh, man.
On Wednesday, I visited the last 2 of my 5 schools, and in the evening I ordered some curry with my neighbour Emily. Went back into the office on Thursday for another round of fanning, and afterwards I went to the nearby bike place to have my bicycle fixed up. After buying some new speakers for my apartment, I went to the nicest beach in Karatsu, called Kitahama, for some sun, sea and sand. From there, we went to another beach for an impromptu barbecue, where we watched some kids play with fireworks from afar. At least, it was either kids playing with fireworks or some kind of Harry Potter-style duel. After a few drinks, it was suddenly a good idea to head into Karatsu City, so I could visit my first snack bar. A snack bar is a place where you can go to get drinks, and the women working there will come and sit with you. A very odd experience, and I get the impression it's for sad, lonely old men. So I fit right in! Of course, a night out in Japan isn't a night out unless there's karaoke involved. On Friday I was, once again, hungover, and I was reluctantly taken on a tour around Karatsu so I could get to know the area better. After this, a few of us went to visit Kagamiyama, which is an awesome mountain in Karatsu with a gorgeous view.
Now that is a view. Wow.
So Brandon, what do you think of the view from the top?
The view from the top is beautiful. Yeah.
Thanks, Brandon. Then I went back to Kitahama Beach. I just couldn't get enough of that sexy beach.
It's just air in my shorts.
I can't believe you did that. Stuart just farted.
He did. I thought.
Hey, I didn't fart, man. I'm cool.
You farted.
No, you farted.
You farted.
Following this argument, things started to get a little heated in the water. after this refreshing experience that we drove all the way to Takeo for a barbecue with many of the other new teachers. That brings me now to Saturday the 13th of August, and I think I'm going to leave the story there. I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed cake, as in, it's kind of nice at first, but then a bit too much of it and you feel a bit sick.
Oh, babies. Love them.
Bye!